Today in reading, third graders started reading about poetry. We started with the Ballad of John Henry. We answered simple questions like who was he, what did he do, and what happened to him. And then we started looking for sensory phrases, the way poets help us understand, visualize what we see or what we hear. So we identified them with this key. They could have used any color they chose. And then we started talking about how poetry has rhyme, and we'll be going on to rhythm, but we identified rhyming words in highlighter in a different color. So you should see different colors on your students' pages, and then we only identified rhyming words on this poem right here, which we'll be coming back to tomorrow. Additionally, they finished up their 4-column chart on the genre of fable, myth, and folktales, and we talked about the common purposes, characters, and themes that we see in these stories, because this whole unit is about fables, myths, and folktales. I would like them to save this piece of paper in their binder. If you have an extra sleeve they can stick it into, that would be great, because we're going to continue to refer back to this during our whole unit. And that's what we did today in reading. On their own independent work, though, they started a one-pager last week. We finished the story Elements of Ivan, and they're doing their own one-pager. Here's an example of one that hasn't been outlined or colored in yet, but it has all of these elements in it, so they check them off as they add them to their one-pager. There's no exact directions for it, other than everything has to be on there, and they can create it however they want. So there's an example. Here's one that got started where they're going to write the problem and solution. You can put things wherever you want as long as the 8 elements are included on their one-pager and their illustrations go with it. It gets outlined and completely colored in. The only white that's left is if the white is part of the picture.